Welcome to Minneapolis, Minnesota, the setting for this presentation and change in this world. As many of us know, studying abroad can help expand our worldviews. But with all the money and distance involved, why not develop the same experience within our own backyard, while also strengthening local connections and creating a stronger community? Take a look at this research exploring local cultural exchange and its effect on international mindedness within the community. Community-based cultural exchange programs are a new concept in education. Therefore, we will take a look at some past research in related fields such as study abroad and other community-based programs. This will include looking at intercultural wonderment and supporting the participants in these programs. Intercultural wonderment is an important factor on the outcomes of cultural exchange or study abroad. It can be defined as a multifaceted construct that measures how often students intentionally go outside of their comfort zones, immerse themselves in the culture, explore new habits and behaviors, and interact with residents outside of the classroom. This is as defined by Davidson. There's a direct correlation between one's own intercultural wonderment and their experiences gained from studying abroad or participating in cultural exchange programs. For a more developed transformation of global and cultural awareness, seeking to participate locally, both at home and abroad, as well as engaging in the opportunities for diverse experiences is key. Again, the idea of leaving one's comfort zone and immersing in religious, ethnic, and cultural diversity to facilitate growth is validated. According to Miller, Perrin, and Thompson in 2014, they wrote, quote, "Encourage students to geographically and culturally leave their comfort zones in order to experience the deepest and most powerful internal and external change." Expanding school and educational borders can transform the students' mindsets, both internally and externally, creating a deeper and longer-lasting impact on the lives of the students. Another aspect found in past research showed the importance of participant support. Purposely designing programs that help make connections will support the creation of more intercultural wonderment and the positive outcomes that they receive. There's a, quote, "inherent connectivity between intentionally designed study abroad environments and students' development of global perspectives." Programs should provide opportunities and outlets for participants to meaningfully engage with the host culture. Brown also supports this idea, stating, quote, "Programs should have daily cross-cultural contact to ensure that some cultural learning takes place and that some mindfulness is developed." When participants enter into these new situations, they may feel a little discomfort or have trouble processing their feelings and ideas. Therefore, additionally supporting them with mentors, such as the host family members or experienced faculty, will help guide and support them. The mentor can serve as a mediator between the students' feelings, experiences, and prospects through first-hand engagement and help them process what they're learning. The activities, interactions, and curriculum provided by the program is vital for advancing the outcomes. Although the past research noted all stemmed from study abroad experiences, a lot of the themes run true, and they all still emphasize the importance of interacting within a community. Being exposed to different modes of thinking and doing can be done within your own backyard. The Pitzer College Community-Based Spanish Practicum is one such program. Over the course of a semester, students partook in weekly visits to native speakers' community. They conversed in Spanish, built relationships, and networked within the community. They gained numerous outcomes from the program, including their impression of social justice is growing. They also had more empathy, which is linked to international mindedness, and they became more aware and concerned with issues of social equality. Immersing in the Spanish community helped them better understand immigration, socioeconomic status, race, and schooling challenges that are different from their own viewpoint. In addition, the host families and their children also benefited over the connection. The families often received help translating important documents or filling out paperwork, assistance with navigating governmental processes, or help with homework for the children. Many families also said that they enjoyed gaining insight into mainstream culture. Jorge also found that students' own questioning and self-reflection was very valuable to the outcome. He explains, quote, "Students' engagement and questioning has kept the program alive, fluid, and adapted to the context, creating opportunities for constant reflection about what they were doing and why." He later continues, "This provides a sense of ownership and empowerment and long-lasting appreciation for the power of a second language and attendant cultural learning." This hands-on, real-world approach benefits the students more as they are actively participating in their own learning. Another program was developed by Professor J. Rossi, who noted a great lack of student knowledge of immigrants and immigration in their own community. The program was aimed to help students towards self-learning about a large population of people where previously little was known. This was able to guide students towards connections and help them learn about a culture and also develop understanding and empathy. Service learning was provided through weekly meetings throughout the semester. They could range from helping with reading and writing and paying bills or visiting local cultural exhibits. But throughout the relationships, the students were able to learn about a family's unique needs and situations, as well as relationships were built with the individuals themselves. Through these connections, compassion and an open perception of important issues were revealed. Rossi says, quote, "Students developed a sense of citizenship by cultivating compassion and raising their political awareness," end quote. By these means, students were able to break down stereotypes and begin to question institutional policies and change their original understanding or ideas about immigration and refugee populations. The last camp, explored by Lawford, Rainey, Rose Krasner, and Proctor, examined a YMCA National Exchange Program, where kids aged 12 to 18 engaged in short-term programs that exchanged across the country. Through the research, it was found that even short-term programs have a great influence on the participants and, quote, "provide a rich context for positive growth in the youth," end quote, Lawford. This includes development in self-esteem, awareness, lower bias, and interest in cultures and languages. And it also provide and maintain an increased growth in positive youth development. The study also illustrated the important aspects to reach the most positive and increased outcomes of student development. This includes meeting students' needs in the categories of belongingness, supportive relationships, and connections to the community. But it also really places a lot of value on the students' own engagement in the program and their own ideas being heard. This can be supported by allowing the students to complete an outline of the goals they would like to meet throughout the program and letting their voice be heard. Now let's take it back to Minnesota. According to the Minnesota Compass, in collaboration with Wilder Research in 2017, Minnesota's foreign-born population has tripled since the 1990s, where the national average has only doubled. Furthermore, 1 out of 5 children ages 0 to 4 have an immigrant parent. 80% of the state's foreign-born population lives in the greater Twin Cities area, and 1/3 of the foreign-born population has a 4-year college degree or higher, and this is similar to the overall population in Minnesota. Says Minnesota Compass, quote, "This matters because immigrants and their children are vital contributors to our state's economic, cultural, and civic life. Therefore, understanding and building international mindedness within our communities is imperative, as we are all closely connected in the advancement of humanity through social, governmental, and economic means. Living together with this understanding, openness, and a willingness to grow and learn from each other will only enrich our lives and experiences together. Let's take a look at the further research discovered with the help of the organization City Stay, a community-based nonprofit in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Through this program, participants can live with a first or second generation immigrant family, usually Somalian, Hmong, or Latino, for 1 week. During this time, the students will have coursework about the immigration communities. This may include guest speaker panels, community outings such as markets, and various forms of content related to immigrant communities and their history, locally and globally. This allows participants the opportunity to reflect and share their experiences, and they also have the opportunity to visit a community site where they may participate in community support organizations. Data was compiled from a varying number of students' written reviews, journals, testimonials, and interviews. They help to document the students' opinion and how they feel the program has affected them and their approach to the community. The interviews help depict the daily interactions made with the families, as well as provide an additional assessment on how the program has been of influence to their lives. Through these means, students have a chance to reflect and share their mindsets and outlooks and how they have changed over the course of the program, allowing for a more in-depth look at how the program affects participants and their approach to international mindedness, both with the world at large and their local community. Let's take a look at the results. Although some experiences were new and a little uncomfortable at first, students showed an appreciation and a value to have the opportunity. Says one student, quote, "City Stay opened me up to new cultures like never before. I was outside of my comfort zone nearly the whole time, and it introduced me to new ways of life, culture, and religion," end quote. Throughout the assignments and guidance of the program, participants learn to have a deeper connection and more meaningful interactions with others by asking questions. Curiosity to learn and asking to learn from others is a strong suit, and participants expanded on its importance. If we do not ask, we cannot learn, and if we do not learn, the boundaries remain. One student discovered that different people communicate and respond in different ways, and that often relates to their cultural background. These lessons are invaluable as the cultures are right in the learner's community. It is the culture of their neighbors and the people they will continue to encounter, learn with, and work together every day. Participants understood a great growth in their understanding and recognition of cultures. They also realized how little they knew about other cultures, specifically those in the Twin Cities, prior to participating in the program. They were able to learn about cultures directly from the community and their experiences with firsthand contact. This learning style had a large impact on the learners, and in addition, a clear connection was made between the local area and their culture and the larger global context. Some cultural differences can be strikingly obvious. Realizing similarities develop a deeper connection with the students and their host families. The similarities that run through the students' own life and those of the host families are recognized and unite all participants, both the host and the students, to the larger category of Minnesotans and, more importantly, Americans and global citizens. Participants also discover that cultures and families are not plainly one way or one culture. Host families and others in the community often code switch from one aspect of their lives to another. There is often a deep set of layering to a person and their family. The participant quoted here discovered the importance of a culture on an individual, its inevitability, but also realized that one aspect alone does not define the person. Diversity within the group was discovered and added to the humanization and further connection between individuals. Participation in the cultural exchange program also helped fight stereotypes. People who are different from us are often perceived as the other, but City Stay was proven to help erase these boundaries and help lay the groundwork for a mutual understanding and openness. Participants became aware of their usual habits and borders and then continued to break them down. Another benefit of the program was the increase of understanding and patience. All students, but especially those who helped at the community site visit, learning in style, an organization that helps educate and increase the literacy of adult immigrants, expressed a great development of patience and understanding of the possible challenges faced by immigrants. Through the program, students were able to learn about varying individuals' or families' lives, personalizing individuals and learning more about their specific situations. Hearing these personal stories creates empathy, understanding, and connects the community with tighter bonds, often united with the historic pride of why many have journeyed to America for a better life. The reciprocal benefits and host perspectives shed light on experiences very similar to the student participants. The students also have their own culture the hosts can learn about. While hosts participated for varying reasons, many note that they also wanted to experience the culture of mainstream America, which they may only encounter on TV or billboards. One host participant explains that City Stay allowed for a chance to have a mutual learning experience and break the barrier. Many hosts feel that City Stay is important to promote togetherness and a more internationally minded approach to our own cities. In addition, many host families are able to practice English or share learning experiences with their children, citing students helping their children complete homework and the general cultural exposure for kids, as many may not have interactions outside of their immediate culture. Both the hosts and participants recognize the opportunity to learn from each other firsthand through experiences and active learning. Learning about each other is important as they each play vital parts in the city. Numerous participants noted that they wanted to continue the education and development of understanding upon program completion. They often connected this with plans for sharing the information, experiences, and skills with others, and therefore creating a ripple effect. Many made plans to return to the markets, share the food they tried with families, and encourage others to develop similar experiences. They plan to spread the message of kindness and the interest that they have developed, becoming advocates to the cultures and communities they have gotten to know.
City Stay has given me the tools and kind of the opportunity to be able to approach people I wouldn't usually approach, or go to different places I wouldn't usually go to. Kind of giving me knowledge on how to talk with them and how to have a fulfilling experience at those places, because there's so many memories to be had, and to be able to unlock those is really awesome.
In conclusion, cultural exchange programs such as City Stay provide participants with, quote, the tools to navigate the world. Participants develop a more open mind. They understand and have curiosity, and according to one student, the means to, quote, approach other cultures and people with a clean slate and an open mind and a sense of curiosity. Hosts also recognize a similar effect and the appreciation for the opportunity to learn from participants. Due to all of these results, it is concluded that city-based cultural exchange programs like City Stay have a positive effect on the international mindedness in the local community. The next steps for this program include developing a stronger support system for host families and expanding the program to other schools or areas. What makes America great is the diversity that has established this country. To utilize our differences and learn from each other would in turn form a better connection and understanding, which could be an invaluable resource to our communities and the world at large. Please visit the City Stay website to find out more about this wonderful program. Sharing this information with communities will help spread the ideas and framework for establishing programs such as this to inspire and connect more lives. Helping to spread the word is a way to advocate for more funding, programs, and to expand awareness for the importance and benefits of inspirational programs such as these. Thank you.